Hello, welcome back to Serious About Salvage and another video on the channel. So today we're going to continue with the Abarth Punto Evo. Not many things to do on this really now. It does need an MOT still, but I don't think we'll get around to that today. The main plan today is to get round the key issue. Because as you probably remember, we've got a damaged door lock and we've got a damaged ignition barrel. So as you would have seen in the first video, we got the auto locksmith to come out and recode the immobiliser. If you haven't seen the first video, I encourage you to go, to go and watch that first. You're gonna have to excuse the mess. This is my rubbish corner, but I am trying to get hold of some bins to make it tidier. And the whole garage needs a tidying, in all honesty. Might happen today, might not. Anyway, these are the guys that came out and recoded the immobiliser and supplied me with some new keys. Now at the time that they came out, I didn't have the new barrel for the ignition or the door lock. So he supplied me with 2 keys but left them blank. So the first job today is to get these 2 keys cut to match this one that came with the new door locks. So there's a local place and I'm going to take these now and get these cut first. So then when we get back, we'll get the ST out of the way, move the Punto forwards and begin work changing them locks. So we've got another lovely winter's day up here today. Nice snow. And as you can see, I'm in the Audi today. That's because it's 4-wheel drive. And I can't get my van out. Now the Audi, great setting off, but it doesn't want to stop. It's like a toboggan. Yeah, it's not got winter's tyres on. Big fat tyres. Yeah, it just does not stop. So you got to be really careful. So right, I'll get off and get these keys cut. We'll come back and like I said, get on with the Punto. Right, I'm back and I've got 2 cut keys. That's the fob and that's the other spare. So this is our new ignition. That goes in there now and turns, no problem. And that one. And this is our new door lock. So again, all good there. And that's it, that's all we need. So now we need to fit these. No real idea how that's going to go. So we'll get the focus out the way, move the Punto forwards and make a start. I think the barrel, so that's going to be easy to change. I'll have to change the ring on it obviously to my new coded one. The rest of it should just plug in. No issues. The door lock might be a little bit more tricky. After all, they can't make them too easy, can they? It's like a... well, yeah. Anyway, let's get the focus out, Punto up front, and get these locks swapped over. Okay, let's get this door card off. Looks pretty simple. Got 2 screws here. We've got one inside the handle, T40 Torx. Get that out. And we've got a 5mm Allen key behind the lever for opening the door. well cold today in here. I think that's it. So let's get a trim removal tool and we'll see if we can get this off. Okay, so there's some hidden inside there. They look like the T40s again, yep. There we go. So, where's the lock? The lock's right at this corner, so I'm going to have to peel some of this off and have a look inside. Okay, so I've removed the whole door handle because you've got to get access to that screw. You can't get to it with it in the door. So I think we're just going to undo that screw, turn it, and it's going to come out, I think. So let's have a try. And then that's it. Well, that was simple, wasn't it? Get our new one. Put our screw back in. That's it. We've done. Well, that's alright. Let's try the keys. Spot on. Try the other one. Yeah. Well, that was pretty easy actually. So let's get that back in the car and get the door card all built back up. Move on to the ignition. Right, on to the ignition barrel now. I can't get a camera in there really to show you, so I'll just get on with it and have a little bit of time lapse and get it out. And yeah, I don't think it doesn't look too hard. but we'll see. Okay, so we've got it out, and yeah, it's the same. So what we need to do now is we need to swap over this ring, because this is the one that's coded to our keys. And put it onto this one. Right, so now the reason why we're fighting with it a little bit is because one side of the clamp is one of them security fixings, so I need to get that out now, and unfortunately the one that goes in is just going to be a normal bolt. So I'll get that out, straighten my bracket up a bit, find a new bolt, and then we'll get it back in, get that one back in the car, and we'll be done. Okay, so both of them locks now changed out. The barrel's in, put all back together. No damage. And obviously this is our key. Put it in. Perfect. It's all good. So that's the lock issue done with. Got a fob that locks the car, and we've got our spare key. So what we're going to do next, I think I'm going to run my cutting compound over these headlights and just see if we can just take a little bit of it away. I'm not too sure how it's going to go, but this one is very bad. They may be past repair. I'm going to try a bit of cutting compound first, but we might need to do a bit of wet sanding on it. Let's just have a go and see what happens. Okay, well, we've got the yellow out, or at least a lot better, just with cutting compound. So I think I'm not going to go any further than that. I don't want to do more damage, and they're perfectly acceptable now. They're far better. Far better. So I've done the other one as well, and yeah, it looks fine. So I'm happy with that. I do need to protect these lenses now, so it doesn't happen again, but I need to look into that and decide what the best route is for that. So I think now it's about time we gave this car a clean out. I need to put back together the stuff from the footwell, and we need to get all this mould cleaned up. It's disgusting. Yeah. Yes, and find out where this leak's coming from as well. So what's going to be the best way to do that? I'm not sure. I'll start off by checking the things that you guys have said. Common fault is behind the headlights, and I think I do remember it being wet on that side and not on that side. And also someone mentioned the aerial. As you've noticed, I've got a parcel shelf and I've got the carpet for the boot and all the tool set. What I was just checking was whether the roof lining was wet, and it isn't. It's perfectly dry, the roof lining. So I'm going to say it's not the aerial, because you'd get a wet roof lining, wouldn't you? And that seal looks absolutely perfect. So yeah, I think we can rule out the aerial. So it's either the high level brake light, these side lights, or someone else mentioned the rear boot wiper seal. Is it possibly that? Not sure. Not sure. You see, in my eyes, if it was a rear wiper seal, it comes out of these holes where we have got a little bit of rust showing, but them holes are on the other side of the boot rubber seal. So in my eyes, then that would run off outside the bumper and not into the boot. So I'm going to go with these tail lights. I'm going to take them out and have a look at the seals on the back, see if that's where it's coming from. I'll get on with all this off camera. It's not a great deal for you to see. You don't want to see me trying to deal with bloody mould. Oh, it's nasty, that, isn't it? I wonder what's been down there then. I'll see if it's wet whilst I'm down there. Yeah, I'll get on with all this, and then I'll come back and see where we're at. Right, well, good news. I think it's safe to say we've found where our leak is coming into this boot. Now on both sides, whenever this was last out, where they pushed it back in place, the cables got caught between the rubber seal and the car. And this is it's all wet, it's all damp. So I think 100% guarantee water's been getting in this side. And also, this is the side where I thought it was wet on that side. And if we just pull the seatbelt out, because the seatbelt is right under there, pull the seatbelt out, you can, I don't think you can, not see that mould on the belt. So that shows that's been wet in there. So that side, 100% guarantee, has been leaking. This side, we've got the same issue. They've caught the cable in it. And again, that cat cable's wet through, absolutely wet through. So I think it's safe to say it was leaking on this side as well, even though this seat belt doesn't appear to be mouldy. So that's a good thing, because we know where the leak's coming from now. So I'm going to order 2 new seals for these back lights, and we'll remove them and put 2 new ones in. And like I said, I think pretty sure then that will get rid of our leak and stop it happening again. Okay, I've had a decent clean inside. It's not far off now, and it will go for a professional valet. but it's, you know, it's a lot better. I can't get down that gap, and nothing's thin enough. You know, in the back's far better. It's a bit dark in there, isn't it? But yeah, like I said, it's far better. So I had a good look for some new seals for these headlights, these tail lights, sorry. Couldn't see them, I didn't look long, I'll be honest with you, but I couldn't find any. So I've ordered some weatherproof sticky back rubber trim. It literally looks exactly like that, but it's just a roll of it like 3 meters. So it's at Screwfix, 13mm by 8, one side sticky. So I'm going to go and pick it up now. We'll get this off, clean the surface up, and make our own seal. And when we put them back together, make sure that that cable goes back in the hole and not in the way of the seal like that. So I've got all the rest of the water at the back. Got a little heater in there now to dry that out fully. I'm going to leave that on whilst I go to Screwfix now. It's getting nice and toasty in there. So I'll be back shortly. We'll get these new seals on, get the tail lights in, and I think that's going to be about it for this video, because after that we're ready for our MOT. And all it needs is a proper wash outside and, like I said, a proper valet, and we're done. All done. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, so this is our headlight. Tail light, sorry. I've taken off the old seal already, see ya. That was there, on there. And this is the stuff I've got. It's called Storm Guard, so it's supposed to be weatherproof. But is it? There's only one way to find out. Okay, so I've purposely left the join at the bottom and I've overlapped it a little bit. And that looks like it, I think this is going to work. So I've also cleaned up the surface where it's going to touch. And there's only one thing for it then, isn't there? Right, so we're going to make sure this cable goes inside this time. Okay, one done. I'll do the other one off camera and then we're done, I think. So I think that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's sorted out our tail light issue, or should I say the leak into the boot. This will, this condensation inside, it will dry up. Just might take a bit of time. I might have to just put a bit of heat on it for a bit. But in here now, when we picked it up, there was nothing in here. Now we've got everything: parcel shelf, boot floor carpet, and under here we've even got the full toolkit, spare wheel, everything. Everything's nice and dry in here now. So yeah, when I'm next in, I am going to put the little heater back in the car for a while, just to make sure everything in there is dry, because there will be bits of moisture around, but we want to make sure we get it fully dry. Because if you look around there, that's because of the moisture inside with the heater on. So there is a little bit of drying out to do yet, but I'm not leaving it on in there without me being in the building, because if something catches fire, that will be a disaster. So yeah, happy. Okay, so that's going to be the end of this video. Some great progress on the Abarth Punto Evo. That car now, all it really needs is an MOT and a good clean, and it's ready to go. It's done. You know, we've sorted all the issues from what we think was from it being stolen, with the damage with the ignition and the door lock, all changed. New keys coded into it, runs perfect. Cam belt, full service, brand new tyres all around. The brakes are great all around. This car's ready to go. It'll fly through an MOT, no problems, and it'll be up for sale. So thoroughly enjoyed it. What a great little car. We will come back for another video. We'll get it MOT'd and we'll do a good price breakdown on it, so you can see exactly what we've got in it. But now for this video, for now, that's going to be it. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, big thumbs up, press the subscribe button, and don't forget, 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away an Autovit 2 super capacitor jump pack. So make sure you subscribe for that. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.